Privyet, Tovarishi, and welcome back to Temujin Saga. And at long last, I get to present to you the Siege of Brink, and I have no idea how this is going to go. I intend to do a live play of the siege, definitely different from our narrative style, but I wanted to actually show you guys how I control the Golden Horde in a large-scale battle, kind of live as it's going on. But before we get there, let me take some time to bring you up to speed with everything that has happened. So, since we've last convened with the Golden Horde, all that I've been doing is going on a massive recruitment drive. I needed as many people as I could to actually take the city of Brink. But beyond that, I've done a little bit of researching and advancing. As you can see, I've got to the level 3 gate here and level 3 walls. Unfortunately, I haven't really gotten around to building up the walls to level 3 all the way around the city. One day I'll get there. I've also gotten rid of this useless shop that was here, and we've also built a watchtower to look over the ravine here, and I also have two mighty double-barreled harpoon turrets placed here. So I'm hoping that these things will do a ton of damage. I have one, like I said, facing down into the ravine, and then I have another one facing into the corridor, and hopefully, like I said, that'll deter anybody who tries to attack the Golden City right now, because right now we are on a skeleton crew. The entirety of the Golden Horde's army is assembling for the siege at Brink. I have mustered together 2 additional Arbons, so now we have the 3rd heavy Arbon led by Zip, and the 3rd light Arbon led by Skip. So in order to muster those 2 Arbons, I really had to hollow out the city garrison. Basically, it's left to the commander and 2 stalwart defenders and Spot. But to bolster our defenses, I have enlisted another page out of our Crab Raider allies and recruited 4 crabs to help hold the city gates while we are away. As you can see, I have Crab People 1, Crab People 2, Taste Like Crab, and Talk Like People. So these 4 guys should hopefully together, in addition to our non-combat troops, who, when I go on an epic battle, the non-combat troops will take up defensive positions on the various turrets just to help supplement the defense when needed. They're not really trained on it, but obviously it's better than nothing, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that enough should be able to hold the city. Lastly, before we actually begin the siege, I have killed all of the nobles that we had in our prisons. I was hoping that this would basically rattle the defenders of Brink. There's an event where if the slave masters at eye socket fall, then Brink becomes, what do they say, malnourished or famished or something along those lines. That hasn't happened yet. I was hoping that it would happen when I actually killed the slave master, but it did not. So, sad day for us. It looks like we're going to have to face the entirety of the defenders when we attack. But still, I hope that the plan I formulated will be able to overcome that. So as you can see here, we have all 6 Arbons mustered together, all 3 heavy and all 3 light, ready to go, just outside Camp Lars, and I'm basically just about to give the order. We're going to march out to Brink, and then I'm going to set up my siege camp and show you guys what my overall strategy for the battle will be. Alright, and we are back at the Siege of Brink. You can see right here, I've set up a nice little siege camp for us, where in times of need our troops can retreat, take shelter, and they can even rest and heal up and then return to the battle. I also have a resupply Garo here as well. Unfortunately, he's pretty much... I've distributed all the food among the Arbons to at least give him some nourishment, or most of it. I've got a little bit here. But in any case, he's almost out of food, so I might have to send somebody to bring some more. We will see. And yeah, so let me bring up the map here. I'm going to use it, and hopefully I'll have some sort of crazy After Effects overlay that I can put here to try and demonstrate what my plan is. So my plan is to have the first Arbon, led by Temujin himself. Oh, wow, that was a a grass pirate. Did not last very long. In any case, my plan is to have the first Arbon and the newly formed third heavy and light Arbons to defend the camp, basically. To hold the center, harass the defenders of Brink, bring them back towards the camp, and then I can hopefully whittle them down over time. The second light Arbon is going to move to the side here. And from that here, I want them to harass any troops that may be trying to come up and attack our siege camp, basically to try and flank them. And then lastly, the second heavy and light Arbons, I want to come around the side here and try and attack up this hill if possible. I know that basically this is not exactly the best terrain for an uphill assault, so they will be used sparingly. Basically, they are there in case we make some sort of breakthrough or they pull too many troops to defend the center gate. I can send the second heavy and light up the hill and hopefully, if they're very lucky, kind of take this gate and or attack them from behind. So that's basically my overall strategy. One of the things you can see going on in Brink right now is there is already a lot of carnage because our Crab Raider allies have moved the crab tournament from Ark. Now that they control the city, they moved it to Brink, so every so often they throw a horde of their crabs and raiders at the city, and it has been very helpful because, as you can see, a lot of these guys are injured. They didn't, end up killing a lot of them. Unfortunately, you can see a lot of dead crab raiders in the distance here. Oh, is that a dead samurai? No, he's just in a recovery coma. In any case, they've done substantial damage in softening up a lot of these troops, so I'm hoping that this will be easier than I'm envisioning it. So basically I'm using the cover of darkness here to move my various squads into position, my various Arbons into position. Okay, perfect. I think from here, these guys will be in a position that I want them to be in. There's no way we can attack them from behind, as you can see. There's absolutely no path up that direction. So they only have two gates. They have one here, and then they have the main gate over here. So as I said, my plan is to try and pull them out of the main gate as much as possible. Actually, I might just have to have these second light Armen be the kiters, the baiters, whatever you want to call them. Oh, here's a beauty. Here's a beauty of a character. I couldn't figure out what to name her, because as soon as I was done with this, I just looked at her and I was like, and yeah, so that became her name. And I think she's definitely the most deformed of the bunch, and I love her portrait. Her portrait is just absolutely beautiful. In any case, enough about that. Let's have them set up here. And then I have Slick, our scout here. He is in a squad all by himself. Basically, just due to his speed, he has specialized missions. Sometimes I send him around. Maybe I might send him back to get some food real quick because he's got a big backpack on and bring it back. Who knows what I'll have him do, but he's always in a squad by himself to respond to whatever I need him to respond to. So this has actually worked out pretty well. Very happy with our positioning here. I'm just going to wait until the sun comes up because being a ranged-based faction, our chances of hitting them with our crossbows are significantly diminished in the night. Well, while I was setting everybody up into position, I didn't notice a small samurai scouting party ambush the second heavy and light Arbon, but we will be able to overwhelm them pretty easily. Attack! Well, it's not going so good for you guys. Not gonna hinder our plans whatsoever. They're just tearing them up. Who's this? Oh, he's a gate guard. Beautiful. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Oh, wow, we've even got anti-slavers here. I didn't even know we had anti-slavers attacking. This is beautiful. Everybody, the whole coalition is fighting together. Wow, he's a beast. Look at him go. Holy smokes. What is this guy's name again? Fumin. Look at him. Oh my god, he did 104 attack. Holy Jesus. 80 dexterity almost. Almost 100 toughness. Holy Christ. I'm almost wondering if he can beat all of these guys by himself. God, it seems like it's already complete chaos in the city. Oh, there's more. Another anti-slaver in here. Okay. What does the front gate look like? Maybe we don't even need to play the attrition game. Okay, they're attacking from this side. Well, I think this whole siege thing has kind of gone sideways. Everything has gotten beyond my control. This whole planned and calculated siege thing. Tiny Tina is just rushing in there. She's another new character. God, look at her. Battle at the front gate is going surprisingly well. Although we have taken some downed soldiers. I feel like the battle over here, though, on the southern end is going not as well. Where the hell is this guy going? Is he retreating? No, it says home territory aggression. Man, we're getting hurt in this crevice pretty bad. I gotta get these guys. Another beautiful character, Optimus Prime. And Jay is a character, actually, my wife asked for me to create a character after her. So that's her character. Let's get these guys up on the hill at least. If you're going to be shooting down at people, let's at least try and avoid shooting at our own troops. And getting a little bit of a height advantage as well certainly won't hurt. Well, this definitely has not been as clean as I would have hoped. But it's pretty tough to control so many things going on at once. But honestly, this is actually going way better than I thought it would. In fact, I think we're definitely going to be able to beat them here. In fact, it might be a resounding victory. Chad's getting hurt pretty bad. No, Chad cut him down. Chad is very powerful, actually. He's got a crazy amount of dexterity, although he's hurt pretty bad, so cut down considerably. Oh, there goes Jesus, another character, another new character. He actually definitely looks pretty Jesus-like. Man, Jesus is just charging in. I think you should probably chill just for a second there, Jesus. The sly desert fox. Just basically taking pot shots, what he should be doing. Bo is another new character. Bo is actually a Kenshi unique character. Whoa, sick. Look at it, it's Fumin. He is alive and well and ready to go. I may as well get everybody up here. Everybody's going in. We're going in. Oh, Beefcake, another beautiful character. Beefcake is just... she's just out in the fields killing peasants for no apparent reason. Bark, I believe, is a slave we rescued in a raid that took place. Wow, I think this is over. Well, not, over, but, all over but the crying type of over. Pin, another anti-slaver in there. I gotta get as many people through the gate, basically, as possible. As many people I can get up this hill as possible. Because this hill is a death sentence. Oh, poor Stumpy. Stumpy's hurting. Another one of our Discord members, Chaotic Cubism here. Unfortunately, his character is one of the newer ones, so he does not have the best stats yet, but he's definitely doing his part. Nice, one of the crab raiders somehow survived. Holy crap. It's over, we overwhelmed them. Our troops are in the city, we're overwhelming their shops. Oh my god, we're besieging the samurai headquarters. There's not even any samurai left in here. Another one of our Discord members, Bug Juice, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce his name. Sorry, my Polish is not the best. But how's he doing down here? He is hurting, unfortunately. Just trying to hold off some very powerful guards by himself, and unfortunately he couldn't do it. We do have some of our weaker characters, some of our, not weaker characters, but just down characters. Weaker in the sense that they are hurt more currently. Try and get some of these weaker characters up and out of the fight so they can begin to fight, or so they can begin to heal and fight again. Another one of our Discord members, Duke of Awesome, also hurt bad, unfortunately. But everyone down here is hurt bad. Oh no, poor Temujin, hurting. Although, like I said, it looks like it's pretty much all over but the crying, so at this point, there aren't many standing members of the Empire left. Wow, that went way better than I possibly conceived that it would. I imagine like we'd be hunkering down for like an eternity and it'd be a slow, drawn out attrition type of siege. Man, this Fumin guy, he is unreal. And he's healing our boys. What a badass. Man, poor Flick was almost dead too. Ooh, Claw took a severe beating. Grimdark, another Discord member, took a severe beating. Oh, a lot of our boys are hurting. But, like, as you can see, our presence in the city center is... it's undeniable. Alarm raised? What are you gonna do? It's like, there's nobody left. Oh, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. I'm gonna make sure nobody else is dying while I'm at it. Corpse God, another one of our Discord members, not looking good. Dagon, he's okay. He's standing. But I know it seems like there's a lot of injured people, and there is for sure. Oh, there goes Jesus. There are way more injured on the opposing side, so I'm not that concerned about it. Plus, we have plenty of medics. And our troops are very tough, so they will rebound quickly. Oh, another Discord member. Unfortunately, he's extremely new, so he's very poor stats so far. But he's, again, doing his best. Everybody's doing their best. So we've pretty much taken control of the city, but the last holdout remains the Noble House. And the Noble is defended by a lot of very elite guards, and she herself is very powerful. So I've been taking it a little slow to try and take her out, and I've also been kind of rearranging. I took the night to try and rearrange our troops, take the wounded. As you can see, we have lots of wounded. Fortunately, we are still without casualties because I take the wounded off the battlefield and I put them back to get healed. Because if you don't, they'll die. They'll get hit by like a stray bullet or something, and they'll just die on the battlefield. So you got to bring them back. You got to heal them up. And like even Temujin is severely injured. His head is badly hurt, so he's got to go back to the camp and heal up. And as you can see, we've got plenty of people who have been wounded, but that's okay because the enemies are significantly more wounded than we are, and we still maintain a very strong control of the town square, and I think we're going to continue to maintain that control, even though they do have some very powerful troops. Oh no! One of the anti-slavers got shot in the face with one of our bolts, stray bolt. As you can see, I've got some of my snipers on top here, trying to rain down. and take control of the situation. Slowly but surely, though, I gotta get back here. She's got a casualty that needs to go back to the siege camp. Chaotic cubism's going back in the battle. They're just kind of rotating out, basically. They're like tagging in and out. Question is, I got lots of people who are just fine, but their legs are injured, so they can't really escape. Well, I'm gonna send Janice in there. Man, even the anti-slavers are attacking now. Where is she? Is that Fumin? Yeah, it is Fumin. My boy, Fumin. Where is the... No... Oh, there she is. Crap, she's already out fighting us. And she's already almost dead. This is excellent news. I think... Why aren't you guys attacking her? Okay. Well, she's dead. Thank you, anti-slavers, and thank you for our snipers who... and all our other ranged troops who took her down with minimal effort. That's why I wanted to wait until the daytime to try and lure them all out into sort of our kill zone here. But yeah, I think that's it. That's pretty much it. Where's Janice? I'm gonna have him. You insurgents, grab them. No, I think it's gonna be the other way around, buddy. Yeah, the other way around. Wow, he is fucked up. Holy shit. She's got lots of dough. Oh. She's trying to fight me now? Nope. Lady Sugi is no more. Well, at least she's certainly not capable of putting up any realistic fight. I keep raising that alarm and it keeps doing absolutely nothing. No, I don't want to repair her. I want her done. No more taken prisoners. Yeah, sure, I'll take your dad robes. Why not? Oh, good. Okay, a lot of these people are actually dead, which is great because they're not going to continually keep rising from the grave just to pester me. I feel like I gotta get Slick back to the camp to do some... Oh, yeah, he's gotta do it. Basically, do some buying and selling and buy some arms and legs for us. Scabio. You can go back in action. Stick with us a little while, eh? Sure. We're going right back into Brink. Right back through the breach. Because once we kill her, if I'm not mistaken, by the rules of the mod that we're working with, we will take control of the city. And then we can just get all the loot. We won't have to do anything. I should do a little quick savey here. Because with this game, you never know what will happen, to be honest. You read, and you'll read on a wiki, or you'll read in the mod notes, or what have you, and I'll say, you know what, when this happens, this will happen, X, Y, Z will happen in the game. Never happens that way, so we'll see what happens when she actually dies. Hopefully we do gain control of the city. So many legless people running around. I think everybody's just going into the fields and murdering peasants for no particular reason. I was very worried about the base, because I thought this was going to be a very long, drawn-out affair, right? Not the case. I'm going to get Janice Kun to basically open up a new can of asshole on her face. Just because he does so much freaking damage. Go, 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 go. Get her, get her, get her. Boom. It's just like kicking thin air. Wow, she is such a beast. Holy smokes. Look at her arms. Jesus. No wonder she's the leader. This is like 15 fucking skeleton repair kits from the anti-slavers. Oh, he kicked off her leg and arm. You know you're a beast when... Oh my god, look, look at how big they are. Look at how thick that leg is that he just punched right off. Okay, hopefully this will kill her. She should bleed to death after having both her right arm and leg punched off. She's dead, finally. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna begin the slow process of withdrawing the Golden Horde. And unfortunately it is going to be slow because everybody's hurt so badly. Okay, get Shrek, but you gotta have to, you know, help defend the people who are getting massacred. Anyway. Yeah, so it's just gonna be a pain in the ass because so many people have had their legs messed up. So I shall return, and hopefully when we reload, or when, so we have to run away. The game has to re-render the city, and hopefully once we've done that, we will own it. Alright, we managed to get the army out in a semi-orderly fashion, and just as is expected, thankfully as we've reloaded the map, it looks like Brink has switched to our control. So let's go up and see. Nice, as we can see, open to the public. It is. It's got power. We can rename it if we wanted to. I kind of like keeping it as Brink. I think Brink is a good name for this city. It's just tough to beat it. Like, given its location and where it is. So I don't think I'm going to change it. Man, there's crab raiders all the way up here now. Our allies are like spraying like wildfire. I'm seeing crab raiders and anti-slavers in places that I never thought I'd see them before. Well, it looks like we have control basically. Like we can, yeah, I can lock the city gates if I'd like. Although I'm gonna wait till I get the rest of the army back here, and then I'm gonna rearrange them. Oh, we have a samurai counterattack coming in. Oh, I have a noble hunter with him, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much, considering he's fighting with his fists. Oh, poor Dago, he's got both of his arms crippled, he can't do anything, he can't fight back at all. Poor guy. There you go, go up here, you can go rest. I'm really happy these anti-slavers are with us, they're just insanely powerful. They are way more powerful than I thought they were going to be. I've never really had the opportunity to fight with the anti-slavers in this game before this campaign, because like I mentioned in the very first episode, I've never really started in this part of the world. I always start over here in the western part. So it's been a real treat to fight with these guys. Like, look at this guy. It's Fumin again. He's just everywhere. He's just unbeatable. Someone's lost an arm. Who was it? Oh, Gob. Gob's lost an arm. Get out of there, bud. And I have to passive and hold him. I get it. Everybody's too clumped up. Alright. Well, we've taken the city, so what I'm going to do is, like it looks like we don't get any of the store keeps, which is kind of a shame, and none of the citizens survived, so complete and total genocide, I guess, on our part, but we now own the city, so I guess we can repopulate it with our own civilians. So in any case, I'm going to be back once we I'm going to tear apart the city, take whatever loot and booty I can, and then we'll go from there. Well, after way longer than it should have been, I finally looted Brink and taken complete control of the city, although very annoyingly, every time I restart the game, it continues to think that it's an Empire city until I send everybody out of the city and have them come back in again. So that's a little annoying, but other than that, Brink is going to make an excellent staging ground for my next plans, which will be basically assaulting and destroying the Empire. So with Brink secured, it's time to set the stage for the next video, which will be another narrative segment. So I'm going to take it away here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Temujin stood in awe of how many prisoners he had taken at the Battle of Brink. But Temujin could not linger long. He already had his next orders to give to his second-in-command, Genis-kun. Temujin had already informed Genis of their meeting. He was waiting on the first floor. Temujin went down and greeted his general warmly, and pressed into his metal hands an envelope. Genis-kun looked curiously down at the envelope in his hand. He opened it up and read the lines of text. At the top it said, "Official orders for the first Golden Horde raiding group." And below, there were 3 lines of text. They read as follows. Number 1, raid the Empire in all vulnerable locations. Number 2, free any and all slaves you encounter. Number 3, kill any and all slavers you encounter. Being incapable of emoting in any way whatsoever, Genis-kun simply said, "I won't let you down, Khan." Temujin smiled wryly. "You never do." Temujin had ordered the 1st and 3rd Light Arbons be merged into a new unit he called the Raiding Group. He placed his greatest general, Genis-kun, in command of the Raiding Group and gave it its orders. While Genis-kun was preparing his troops for the arduous journey ahead, Temujin thought about his placement. Temujin had sent orders to all of the other Arbons about their new reassignments. The 1st and 2nd Heavy Arbon would remain in Brink to defend the city. The 3rd Heavy would return to the Golden City and defend it against all threats. And lastly, the 2nd Light Arbon would return to Camp Lars and hold it against all threats. With the order set, the first great raiding group of the Horde set out on its journey to cripple the Empire in any way that they could. Their journey would not be an easy one. Nothing of this scale had ever been attempted by the Horde before. Temujin had great confidence in his army. He knew that Genis-kun would lead his raiders to victory, and once the Empire was sufficiently crippled, he would deploy his heavy forces and crush them